all set up. Hello, hello. Hi, Cajun. Hi, Emmanuel. Hopefully you all can hear me. Hi, Jenna. Thanks for joining. Hello. Hi, Brisbane. I just skipped a name. Hello. Happy Monday to you all. Thank you so much for joining. Hi, Blore. Hi, Sonia's dad. Hello. Hi, Demi. Thank you for joining. Where is everyone scoping in from? I'd love to know your name and what city, or if it's outside the United States, what country? Where are you all coming from? Ooh, please get coffee. I love that handle. Thanks for joining. Stormtrooper, thank you for joining. Hi from Houston. Hi, Clover from Houston, Texas. Ooh, love Texas. Ooh, hi at Brisbane from Australia. Awesome. Hello. Let's see. Hi, Ivan. Thank you so much for joining. Let's see. Hi, Ghoul2. Hello, Ivan. Thank you for joining. Hello, Solly. Thank you for joining. Yay, so many of you have popped in today. For those of you that don't know me, hello Grace Elise. Hi, my name is Brooke-Sidney. I am the founder of a company called Bella and the Babe. Hi, Frankie in Houston, Texas by way of New York City. Ooh, nice to meet you, Frankie. Hi, hello, JR, Fernie. Thank you all for joining. So again, my name is Brooke-Sidney and my company is called Bella and the Babe, and it's all about empowering authentic motherhood. And today I am going to continue on the topic of self-care. Hello from Algeria. I love all these people. Hello, Noor. Thank you for joining. So today we're continuing on to the topic of self-care. If you caught my quick scope yesterday, thank you so much for the hearts. Hello from Indonesia. Hi, Adam. Thank you for joining. So if you caught my scope yesterday, you know that I was talking all about self-care, and for me, that meant sneaking out and going to the movies. Hi, grateful for you, Sana. Thanks for joining. For me, that meant sneaking out and going to the movies. I actually went to go see, thank you so much for the compliments. Hello, thanks for joining. For those of you that are still piling in, I'm so glad you're here. So anyway, yesterday I decided to go to the movies because I had the opportunity to spend some time by myself. Thank you so much for the hearts. And it was awesome. And for me, that meant going to see the movie Straight Outta Compton because it's so big here in the United States, and especially in Los Angeles where I live. Let's see, grateful for Usana. What do you do for a career? I am an attorney and journalist turned stay-at-home, work-at-home mother, and I'm now an authentic and conscious mothering guide. That's what I do. That's what I do for a living now. Please check out my site, bellaandthebabe.com. It will give you all the information about what I do, what my site does, all the different offerings for mothers. I'd love to connect with you further. So anyway, back to yesterday, I had the opportunity to spend some time by myself, and this is what's called self-care. And instead of cleaning up the house or doing laundry or a million chores that, you know, mothers we could do, I decided to do something that would refresh and rejuvenate myself. And that meant for me going to the movies. I'm a big movie fan. Thanks so much for the hearts. It sounds like there's other people out there that enjoy going to the movies. So yes, I had time by myself. My child was with his father, woohoo, and I got to go and see a fun movie and eat popcorn. And yes, mothers out there, I did it by myself. You know, I didn't wait for another girlfriend to go. I actually enjoy doing those things by myself. So it was lots and lots of fun. But anyway, nope, I'm actually not a single mother. So, but I give big props to those that are. So today I wanted to talk about 3 reasons why we should care. Thank you for all those that are still joining. 3 reasons why we should care about self-care. And there are a million reasons why, and I could talk about this topic forever. But I wanted to highlight a couple of key points that I think as we are planning out our week starting on Monday, we want to think about, so we be sure to include self-care in our weekly schedule. If not daily, but definitely weekly. So the first one is that to help yourself so you can help others. We want to do self-care so we can help ourselves, so we can help others. And in this case, meaning our family, so our children, our husband or spouse, our partner, or even, being a daughter, a sister, your entire family and your friends. It's the whole oxygen mask analogy. So if you think about it, as they always say, I'm sure you've all have heard the oxygen mask analogy, where if the plane is going down and you have children that you're taking care of, they tell you to put the oxygen mask on yourself first, because you cannot help anyone if you don't exist anymore. So it's the same concept. You want to make sure that you are taking care of yourself so that you can take care of others. It really is just that simple. So don't forget, mamas, you want to schedule some time to do this. So number 2 is you will feel better emotionally and physically. Everyone has a level of health, and it's all dependent upon, Pat says, what's it called again? Oxygen mask what? Okay, so the first one, kind of to recap, is that you want to help yourself so you can help others, and that speaks to the oxygen mask metaphor. And that oxygen mask metaphor is basically, if the plane's going down, it's just a metaphor, so no one's plane's going down. But if the plane's going down, you want to make sure that you put the oxygen mask on yourself first, so then you're still around to administer help to your children or whomever else you're traveling with that couldn't do it for themselves. So it's the same analogy that you want to take forth in your life and in caring for your children and your family, is you need to take care of yourself first. And I know as mothers, sometimes it feels counterintuitive because we go and do for everyone else besides ourselves, or we don't feel like we should sacrifice the time to do these things. But really, if we don't take care of ourselves, it's going to be very hard to take care of someone else. So No Makeup says, yes, it totally. Thanks, No Makeup, for joining in. I'd love to hear how you guys are thinking about these things. And then number 2, which is where I had just started, was basically you'll feel better emotionally and physically. And I was just saying that we all have a tank, and that energy it's basically an energy tank. And so as we go and do, without taking care of ourselves or using time to rejuvenate and refresh, we deplete that tank. That's how we get sick. Pat says, always have to take care of yourself first. Yes, Pat, that's so true. You definitely have to. And I think as mothers, sorry, I have a little bit of allergy season here. But as mothers, we often forget that because we are so focused on nurturing and caring for our children and our family and doing what we need to do. So the second point is, why is it as important? It's because you want to take care of yourself so you'll feel better emotionally and physically. And so emotionally, as I was saying, you can deplete your tank. And so a lot of times when we are short with other people, when we're super tired, it's because we have depleted our reserves. We've used up everything that we have, all of our energy, all of our time, all of our juice. We've used it up. It's gone. We've used it on everyone else, and we haven't replenished it. And self-care is what replenishes the tank. It's what gives mothers time and energy back to themselves. And so the last thing, which I think a lot of people don't really think about, the last point I'm going to talk about today, is that you are teaching your children good habits and boundaries. Thank you so much, Candy Love, for joining. So again, the last point and the third point is you're teaching your children good habits and boundaries. You want your children to know how to model their own self-care. You want them to know how to take care of themselves, and you want them to see mama taking care of herself. You want them to see a mother that is happy and joyful and really enjoying life and being a mother. And that happens when mothers have time for themselves and they do fun things that rejuvenate themselves. Whether it's going to a silly movie like I did, or Candy Love is clapping, or going to get a manicure and pedicure, or a cup of coffee with a friend, or a movie night out, or going jogging, or a yoga class. I mean, I have a list of all sorts of self-care options for mothers. So there are tons. All you have to do is find at least one. Try to figure out something you can do daily, weekly, and perhaps even monthly. Like maybe it's a monthly event that you plan with your girlfriends. But the important thing is that you do something. So I just wanted to talk a little bit today about self-care. So again, why do we need it? No Makeup says, I told my husband to get me a night at the West End. Yes, yes. Oh, I love you, No Makeup. That's perfect. Exactly. I love that you knew what you needed and that you asked for it. That's definitely what I talk about in my self-care for mamas course. So anyway, that's perfect, perfect, perfect. It's so important that we ask as mothers for the time that we need, and then that we take the time, and then No Makeup, after you do it, don't feel guilty. Do not feel guilty. Feel completely refreshed, and know that you needed it and you totally deserved it. And I hope that you have an awesome time at the West End. I hope you let me know how it went. Seriously, I totally want to know what you did. She says yes. That's the hardest part. What's the hardest part? Is it about feeling a little guilty afterward? Is that like the hardest part? I know that it was for me, especially in the beginning. Sorry, let me grab some water. Yes, No Makeup says yes, the guilt. It's totally true. That's exactly how I felt. Like if I even got away for an hour to go get a manicure and pedicure, I felt really guilty. I was constantly checking in. I don't know why. I feel like it's the way that we're wired. We're wired perhaps to be nurturers, or, and to be connected with our children at that level. And I think it's also something society does not talk about and doesn't impress upon women and mothers to take this time for ourselves. So I love that No Makeup are doing it and pushing through the guilt, because that's what we have to do. It's really, really important. So just to recap, why self-care is important. These are just 3 of a multitude of reasons why it's important. But the first one is that you have to help yourself before you can help others. It's the whole oxygen mask idea and analogy. And number 2 is you will feel better emotionally and physically. You will replenish your tank. And then the third one is that you are teaching your children good habits and boundaries to help them model self-care. So they will see mama doing the things that she needs to do for herself to be happy and healthy, to take care of the family. And they will know how to start thinking about those things for themselves. And if they are little girls, they will grow up modeling and seeing, wow, this is really important. This is how to maintain a healthy self. Candy Loves, can you call my husband and explain this to him? Candy Love, I was in your place. Honestly, I'd love to talk more about this. I think I need to do a scope about it, because part of it has to do, honestly, with developing boundaries. I have a husband that, honestly, has been a work in progress. I had to learn how to develop very strong boundaries, and learn how to really speak up for what I needed, as well as planning. I had to figure out how to figure out what communication would work for him. Google calendars, he loves them. He's an Excel spreadsheet person and lives out of his Google Calendar as an executive. So that works for us. I know, for example, Sunday afternoons, like yesterday, I know that I'm probably going to get 2 to 4 hours, depending upon the day on that week, for time, because I've scheduled it. I've scheduled it with him, and I've made him honor that commitment, and I've spoken up for myself. And it did not come overnight. Let me just say, it did not come overnight. Everything that I talk about is all tried and true. I have learned it in the trenches. So I encourage mothers out there who don't have supportive husbands. Yes, my husband and I use iPhone calendar. Yes, no makeup. Yes, it's so true. You have to find a system. And honestly, the calendaring part is because men need to know what to do. They need to know how to implement this. No Makeup says he owns a small business, so it took a while to get it there too. Yes, no makeup. That is so true. Yes. My husband is an executive with a very big company now. He used to work at startups and works a lot. So it has been a challenge. And it's really only recently gotten better. But I would say as mothers, it's what we need. So we have to be advocates oftentimes for ourselves. I love that some women out there have super enlightened husbands that get it. And that's why it's so important for us now to model it for our children. Our children will see a different type of mother and a different type of family unit. So they'll know that whether it's, I have a son, so he'll grow up knowing that Mama needs time. Mama needs to get her nails done, whatever. And as a son, he'll grow up and hopefully model that and see it and then support his wife, the future mother of his children, to do the same. So it's really, really important that we as mothers do all these things, both for ourselves and for our children in more ways than one. So I really, really enjoyed this conversation today. If you're, if you're looking for more information on self-care or how to create these boundaries or anything that relates to really empowering your authentic mothering, and what that means is empowering the way that you want to mother. Please check out my site. It's bellandthebabe.com. I am Brooke-Sidney, and I really enjoyed this today. Thank you so much for tuning in. I've appreciated the hearts. I will talk to you guys later. Bye-bye.